mean, for me, the importance of this type of gathering is to, move forward in areas of animal welfare, companion animal welfare that have been sort of understudied, underdeveloped. And so this particular Leadership Institute on cat behavior, I think is very important, cat welfare. Cats, although beloved by many people, often get left behind, especially by the research community. A lot of focus on dogs, but much less on cats. So I think this is an opportunity to catch up a bit.
The 2023 Leadership Institute meeting is a really special opportunity to get some of the world's experts together to think deeply and carefully about cat behavior, the understanding of cat behavior, the way owners engage with their cats, so that actually hopefully we can find ways of making the welfare of cats better.
Nearly all of them are people whose work I've read for years and years and never met. So it's really impressive, and they're all really dedicated to the idea of creating something for cats, which is so nice to see because so many times it's all about the dogs and not about the cats.
What gives the 2023 leadership meaning to me is their desire to help animals. And quite honestly, it's their desire to help cats, because cats are frequently overlooked. Most people, when you think about adopting an animal, and if you look at our pet industry, there's a huge focus on dogs. So when Sandra reached out to me to talk about this workshop, I was so excited because we focus on cats and I feel like they're often overlooked. So I feel like now is the time for cats.
But yes, everything I do, I kind of think about, would my own cats respond to this? I can also relate to how other people who don't understand or maybe haven't studied cats the way I have, that they might become frustrated with their own cats. Maybe they don't always, for example, I adopted kittens. You don't always know what they're going to turn out like, right? and my cats are not the super cuddly type. And so for me, I've kind of had to relearn how to interact with them because my last cat was very cuddly. So I couldn't go with expectations of how I interacted with her with my 3 current cats. And so the way we bond and have a good relationship is through activities like training and playtime. So yeah, I think there's always that thought in the back of my head of how can I test this out on my cats, or what have I learned from my own cats that I would use to help someone else.
There's so little we know about the genotype-phenotype relationships in cats as well, so that's another area that would be really great to scope out. We don't really have very well validated ways to assess stress in cats, so there's talk around how we develop and refine a training program that helps people to, in real time, identify and understand stress in cats. That's a really nice practical application which is really useful for cat owners but also people that work in shelters. So I think again that's a really exciting potential outcome from the project.
Once you know one cat, they're so big. There's just so much, or any one animal's life is so big and there's so much to them. And when you see them in the shelter, it's just like this very compressed moment in time, but you can imagine that it's just like the tiny tip of an iceberg of who that animal is and what we're entrusted with when we work with shelter pets.